Welcome to my new little corner of the internet. I'm Cami. I'm a mom, a wife, and a full-time social worker, and I'm here just trying to figure out life one coffee at a time. And lately I've been on a journey of getting stronger. And I'm not just talking stronger in just the sense of I can carry all the groceries in one trip. I'm talking not only stronger in my body, but also stronger in my mind. And maybe, if the stars align, become strong enough to clip into a bike and ride away without looking like a baby giraffe learning how to walk. So here's the deal. Sometime in the last 5 years of raising kids, running a house, working full time, wondering if mac and cheese is its own food group, I realized that maybe I'm capable of more than this. More and more, the realization came to me that I'm just like on this hamster wheel of life. I'm content being a mom, I'm content with my job, but things are just so mundane. I'm just doing and doing and doing the same things over, just surviving. And I feel like I really lost myself, or maybe that I had never even really found myself before becoming a mom. And now I have this situation on my hands where I'm left kind of holding the ball saying, there's more than this, right? And we're not talking about necessarily like a spiritual awakening, okay? We're not going to go there right now, but where we're going to go is that becoming a mom made me realize that I am capable of so much more than I ever realized. Um, just from the physical part of it, right? Like giving birth is not easy, recovering, taking care of the kids, keeping up with the logistical things in life, chasing after toddlers, right? Physically, this isn't easy. But then there's also the mental burden and emotional burden of taking care of kids and working full time. So I'm starting to see that I just have these capabilities, right? Like I can withstand more than I thought I could. Not to be dramatic, but being a mom really does change you. So here I am. I feel like I'm being led down this path of wanting to challenge myself. And I'm not just talking a simple challenge like I've done before where like let's walk more, let's get more steps, 10,000 steps a day. I've been there, I've done that. I can do it. But I'm like that's a little mundane, right? So I just want to try to get out of my comfort zone, like perhaps so far out of my comfort zone that it's going to need a GPS to find its way back to me. Enter cycling. Yes, me on a bike in the tight shorts. Look, don't hate on the tight shorts, okay? We'll talk about that later. Now, I'll be upfront with you. This is not my first go at pedaling a bike, okay? I have a long history with spin cycling. So I've been spin cycling on and off for about the past decade and a half. And recently I have gotten more back into it. So, consistently down in the basement on my generic Peloton, right? Mom's not spending the money on a real Peloton. So I'm down there on my ghetto Peloton and I can pedal a bike, right? So, or a bike. I can pedal, I can move my feet. So I thought a reasonable place to start might be with road cycling. And it just so happens that my husband is a revived cyclist. So I have the knowledge bank in him. I have the guy that can kind of show me the ropes. And so that's where I'm going to start. So my first ride out, I thought, okay, how hard can this be, right? I can pedal, right? I know how to pedal. I can pedal fast. I can sprint on the spin bike. I can turn the resistance way up so I can climb on the spin bike. So I'm like at least a little bit prepared, right? So this isn't going to be a walk in the park, but I'm in a little bit better of a position than somebody who's starting out cold, right? No, not at all. Spin bike does not prepare you for road bike, at least in my experience, okay? Public service announcement. Spin cycling does not prepare you for road cycling. Under no circumstances should you assume that spin cycling is going to prepare you for road cycling. It does not prepare you for the feeling of road resistance and wind resistance and potholes and gravel and trying to stay steady, clipping in, riding with other people, or the fact that everybody else that you see on the road seems like they've been training for the Tour de France since they've been 6 years old. Prepare to feel demoralized. The crazy part is after the first, initial 10 to 20 minutes of panic, just feeling my legs burning and not sure how much I can actually do, you realize you can't really turn around. Okay, you've already gotten this far, you just got to keep going. And that's one thing about cycling that has forced me to stick with it, is once you're committed, you're just kind of committed. And you just got to hope nothing bad happens, and you just have to keep going. There's this moment when you're riding that the world kind of opens up, and after that initial panic, you're like, wait a minute, I'm actually doing this. I'm still moving, I'm going, my heart rate's 170 beats per minute, but I'm still alive, I'm still going, I'm breathing. And it's challenging and kind of scary because you just kind of never know what is going to await you, what challenge is going to be just around the bend, literally or figuratively. Maybe this hill that you've never climbed before, scary. Maybe not knowing how to use your GPS app and getting a little bit lost, having to call your husband for an SOS.
Well, that'll build some character.
Yes, challenging. And I feel like that is where the mental toughness part comes into this. My husband has always told me that cycling is much more mental than physical, which I think is also kind of why it appealed to me. I kind of didn't believe him because it seems pretty physical to me, but the more I do it, the more I realize that yes, the mental toughness is a huge part of this. For me, it's really hard to accept that I'm not going to be super fast or super good at this yet, or be able to do exactly what I want to. But that's the other part of the mental toughness, is just showing up even when you're tired. And for me, I'm scared. I'm scared a lot of the time. So I'm tired and I'm scared, and I'm going to show up and I'm just going to keep doing it.
Is she feeling triumphant? Not really. Is she feeling accomplished? Maybe like 20%. I'm just happy that it's over.
So when I came here, my objective really was to talk about, am I a cyclist? I still don't know. I think it's becoming a little bit more than just that, but to visit the question on, am I a cyclist? Do cyclists treat themselves to a burger and fries after they have a decent little ride? If yes, then I am a cyclist. But really, I don't know. And I think it's going to continue to turn into something much more than that.
There's like something more to it, which is why cyclists are cyclists, and people who just use it to work out are not cyclists. I don't know. It's like a lifestyle thing or something. Where I am is trying to figure out if this is a workout or if this is a identity.
What I do know is that after every ride, no matter how much of a struggle it was, I do feel a little bit better. If not physically, I do feel better mentally in the fact that I did show up and push myself through something that I really didn't know that I could do. Thanks for being here, and stick around. I'll be sharing the good, the funny, the bad, the why did I show up for this moments of my forays into cycling. And hey, if you've ever felt like a fish out of water or a mom in cycling shoes, then you're in the right place. Stick around.
I am disgusting. Like, I don't know if I've ever sweat this much. We had these like a drink coupon, like here's your coupon for your hot dog and your beer and everything, and I had it in my pocket the whole way. When we got it, and it was disintegrated. So the people taking the tickets didn't know all my tickets because they had ass sweat on them. They were super duper gross. So I probably could have gotten a lot of beers and a lot of ice cream if I had been able to trick them, but I didn't want to. Just kind of want to go home.